the doomsday suddenly arrived. The girl noticed in great shock. Her ex-boyfriend had turned into a zombie. He held an axe that kept dripping blood. Extreme fear instantly filled the girl's heart. She ran as fast as she could to the safe room at home. The girl rushed into her house quickly and hid herself under the quilt. She asked netizens online for ways to deal with zombies. Some netizens took the initiative to ask her if she had ever done something wrong to her ex. Otherwise he would not have become a zombie and would not insist on coming to take revenge. The girl felt guilty and admitted the truth. She once spent his money to hire male models. Before she got any useful advice online, the sound of an axe hitting the door came from outside. She frantically asked for help on the internet. A group of netizens who loved watching drama even said they could understand the zombie's actions. At this moment one netizen pointed out a strange point. Regular zombies could never learn to use tools. This simple sentence woke the panicked girl up. The girl finally realized something was wrong. While she tried hard to figure out a way out, the network at home suddenly broke down completely. The noise of smashing the door outside grew more urgent. The girl held a stun baton and walked to the door carefully. After a few seconds all sounds outside stopped at once. She thought the zombie could not smell living humans and had given up and left the place. But the moment she turned her head, the scary zombie was standing right behind her. Intense fear froze the girl on the spot. She watched the zombie walk towards her step by step. The girl raised her stun baton to warn him to stay away. Then she shocked the zombie with the stun baton hard. Yet the zombie did not react or get hurt at all. This scene left the girl totally confused and helpless. She dropped the baton in a panic and apologized quickly. The girl turned around and planned to leave the dangerous room. The zombie grabbed her shoulder tightly the next second. Then his cold hands choked her neck tightly. Extreme terror almost overwhelmed the girl, but the zombie only leaned close and smelled her. He showed no sign of hurting or eating her at all. While the girl wondered about his real purpose, the zombie threw her onto the bed without hesitation. The girl became even more flustered and nervous. Now the two of them belonged to different species. She could not help guessing the zombie's strange thoughts. When the atmosphere turned extremely weird and quiet, the girl's stomach suddenly made growling noises. After hearing the sound, the zombie got up and left the room. He walked outside the house all alone. He quickly took down several wandering zombies nearby. Every scene of what happened was seen clearly by the girl who walked out quietly. The terrifying sight made the girl freeze in shock. She rushed back into the house as soon as she reacted. She locked the door tightly to stay safe, but the second she turned around after locking up, she found the zombie standing behind her once again. The zombie carried the girl back to the bed again. After a short silence, the zombie suddenly spoke. He told the girl to stay inside the room and wait. Witnessing the zombie talking like a normal human, the girl was shocked and could not believe her eyes. She never thought her ex-boyfriend would become a high-level zombie with reason. The zombie told her once more to wait for his return. The girl had to agree and cooperate with him falsely. When she saw the zombie stop to leave, the girl promised sincerely that she would never lie to him. The zombie picked up his clothes and left the bedroom. The girl quickly took out the key to her secret shelter and escaped from the dangerous house as fast as she could. Meanwhile, the zombie bought lots of snacks in the supermarket. He also picked out many new sets of clothes and supplies. When he got back home with all the supplies, he found that the girl had already disappeared without a trace. At this moment, the girl had hidden herself safely in another private house she prepared in advance. Just as the girl thought she was finally safe, a clear knocking sound suddenly came from the door. The girl became nervous and anxious once again. She worried that the zombie would track her down again. She picked up a self-defense weapon to protect herself, then walked quietly and slowly towards the door. She looked outside carefully through the door peephole. An old weak-looking grandma was standing outside. The grandma looked tired and begged in a low voice, hoping the girl could give her a little food. The girl was highly vigilant and did not trust her easily. She told the grandma directly that she had no extra food. The grandma noticed the girl's deep wariness and doubt. She offered to let the girl check her house in person to prove that every word she said was completely true. The grandma cried and said her 5-year-old grandson was running a high fever and in poor physical condition. If they could not get any food to eat, some fever medicine would also help ease the child's pain. The girl still refused the grandma firmly once more. She stressed again that she had no extra supplies at home. The grandma cried and wailed sadly outside the door. The girl had no idea at all. The poor scene was actually a cruel and vicious trap. On the hidden side next to the door, two cruel thugs forced the old lady to act. Their only goal was to trick the girl into opening the door. After getting no response from inside the house, the grandma cried louder outside to gain sympathy. The girl checked the outside through the peephole again. She saw the grandma kneeling on the ground and kowtowing. The soft-hearted girl gave in after seeing this scene. She agreed to give some medicine to the grandma for emergency and asked her to describe the child's specific symptoms. The grandma stood up at once and talked about the illness. The girl judged the fever was caused by cold and wind. She turned around quickly to get the medicine inside. She packed up all the remaining medicine in the fridge and took out a bottle of water to give to the old lady. She checked again through the peephole to confirm she was alone. Then she lowered her guard and opened the door slowly, but she never noticed the thugs hiding right by the door. The bald thug pulled the door wide open in one move. The sudden move move made the girl scream in terror. She immediately sprayed her anti-wolf spray at the thugs. Unluckily, the spray was broken and did not work at all. No liquid came out to help her defend herself. The two thugs walked into the house arrogantly and recklessly. The girl held a fruit knife and fought back with all her strength. The thugs threatened arrogantly that they would hurt her soon. The overwhelming fear made the girl almost cry. One thug slapped the knife out of the girl's hand roughly. He lifted a sharp axe high and swung it down at her. At the critical moment when her life was in deadly danger, a clear sound of broken glass suddenly came from outside. Her long-lost ex-boyfriend zombie suddenly appeared to stop them.